in your opinion, having now done all this research, their, I don't want to say meteoric, but their really quick rise to fame, what do you think was the cause of it? Of it being, I mean, because bands here can take forever to make it. Back then.
From what I've learned, it was because they were so different from what was happening. They were going back to, well, basically the 60s. Of course, most recognizable, the Velvet Underground, which they were compared to a lot.
Well, yes.
As Steve tells in the movie, he wasn't hearing music around here that he liked and the music that he was hearing in his head. And once he met with Carl Pagoda, who was the first guitar player, and they were sitting around in his basement playing guitar, the music that they liked and that they were playing was just really simplistic 1 or 2 chord music. And the music that was going on at the time was far from 2 chord music, just a 10-minute or even 20-minute jam of just guitars. And from what I hear from the band, that's their explanation where they rose to fame so quickly, because there was nothing else that sounded like this around here.
But yet they did call it the Paisley Underground scene. Did they was he upset about being put into this kind of this genre? This is this is a new up and coming LA scene, the Paisley Underground. Did he embrace that, or is that just something like, I don't even want to be?
Steve Wynn does. I believe some of the other Paisley Underground bands are still not that happy with the label. For example, Dan Stewart, when I interviewed him, from the singer from Green on Red, he still calls it the Paisley Underground underwear. The Paisley underwear. But Steve totally embraces it. You can see it when they're performing. Usually he's wearing a Paisley shirt. And I think, well, that's my personal opinion. I think it's a nice label, even though the bands were quite different. The kind of music they were playing, it was all inspired by music from the 60s. So why not give it a label? And it sounds great, right? Paisley Underground.
But it's a sound like even like heavy metal or, punk rock. I mean, I know it's a little more niche.
Yeah, it was super niche, but that was...
But it's descriptive.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But for everyone who's going to see the movie, maybe are surprised since the term Paisley Underground is not in the film.
Yes, that's true. I was. Thank you for
answering the question.
Answering my next question. My next question was going to be that.
I asked this question to quite a few of the musicians who are in the film. One of the considerations to either put it in there or not put it in there, because I didn't want to make the movie too long. It's a 107-minute movie right now. And the Paisley Underground is just, it's worth a movie in and of itself. It was either just a very quick chapter in the movie or just not at all. Right now the movie is a nice chronological story following the story of the band over the years, and somehow just putting the Paisley Underground story in there, it just didn't feel right. Although it also felt a bit strange to not have it in there. So it was a last-minute decision that either do it or not. Well, another time, maybe another film.